Hello and welcome to Main Street Party of Four. Today we are in the Land Pavilion at EPCOT and we are going to do the behind the scenes tour. Boy, we've been looking forward to this, so come on along.
To all who come to this happy place,
Welcome home.
All right, so we're going to head into our first location, which is one of our labs. It's called our IPM lab, and we're going to talk all about it when we get in there. So follow me. Here we go. Come on in.
Integrated Pest Management.
Awesome. Come on in. You can check out what's going on over there. We've got some plants. Those are lima bean plants in there, and they have insects around them, and I'm going to explain that all to you in one moment. All right. Cool. Awesome. So this is our integrated pest management lab. So when we're talking about pests, we're talking about something that is in a place that we don't want it to be. Could be a sibling, could be a spouse. But in here in the greenhouse, we're talking about insects. We don't want the insects damaging our plants. So we do lots of different types of methods to help prevent it and stop it. So preventative, cultural methods, that would be like having your screens on your windows so that you don't, the bugs don't come in. So we have fans over our doors that blow out. You might see those at grocery stores and restaurants. We keep our plants pruned and nice and clean at the bottom. We keep our instruments sanitized and clean so there's no spread of any types of parasites or anything like that. Our second method is chemical. So chemical methods are our last means of defense, and we generally use very soft chemicals, sort of like so some horticultural oils, rosemary oil, garlic oil, and horticultural soaps. And then our final way is biological, and that's why we are in here. So how many of you have gardens or flowers? And you see those ladybugs and you say, yes, eat those aphids, right? So we'll use ladybugs. We also use little satchels here of predatory mites. They're going to eat other types of insects that are non-beneficial. But here we actually rear two types of insects. We rear leaf miner flies and parasitoid wasps. Now the leaf miner flies, they are the non-beneficial pests. They are the ones that damage the plant. You can see them at the top. The parasitoid wasps are the superheroes, and they are the ones that eliminate the leaf miner fly. Sounds kind of strange. It's all kind of a weird cycle, but I have a video that's going to show you exactly what happens. So the leaf miner fly is going to lay its egg right in the center of the leaf, so between the top and bottom layer of the leaf, so that they can eat all that good stuff, like right where the ham and cheese is in the sandwich, right, the good stuff. So that's what our leaf miner fly is doing right there. They have a modified stinger or an ovipositor, and they deposit that egg right in there. And so she's going to do that, and then she's going to take a little sip of the liquid that comes out of the leaf so that she can keep her energy up, because she's going to lay about 200 eggs one at a time. She's a very busy lady. Yes. So there it is right there. So once the larva is inside, it's going to start to eat so that it can grow, right? We need our nutrition, and so that's what it's doing right there. It's starting to eat, and in the next frame, you'll be able to see why we call it a leaf miner fly. It looks like a pickaxe, and it's picking away at all that. So they're going to eat for about 8 days, and so that they can grow to be an adult leaf miner fly. So this is what happens over a period of 8 days. This is a time-lapse video of what happens when there's a whole bunch of leaf miner larvae in one leaf. It's going to knock out all that green color, there's no chlorophyll, photosynthesis can't happen, damaging the plant. And here is our superhero, the parasitoid wasp. Native to Florida, non-stinging, again, modified stinger, an ovipositor. And he's going to deposit his egg, or her egg, sorry, right inside the leaf miner fly larva. So they can sense with the pheromones, however they sense it, they lay it right inside. And that parasitoid wasp is going to hang out for the 8 days while the leaf miner fly is eating and getting bigger and stronger. And then it's ready to pupate. It falls out of the leaf onto the ground. It is ready to come out of that larva as a leaf miner fly. However, the parasitoid wasp takes over, consumes all but the outside shell of the leaf miner fly. So instead of a leaf miner fly coming out, what comes out is a full-grown parasitoid wasp. Ta-da! The end. I know, science, right?
Science!
Yes, it's crazy. So this is why we have the leaf miner flies and to get the parasitoid wasp. Okay, sorry, someone talking in my ear. So once they've eaten about 8 days, we get the plants over here. And they're ready to come out of the leaf. They fall out and they fall into this big funnel, and then they fall into these cups right here. So we have a couple larvae here and a cup of hatched larvae where we've got the parasitoid wasp. So when we start to see signs of those lines, we actually take the parasitoid wasp cup and take it out into the greenhouse, pop it open, and let them do their thing. So that's kind of like how we do our preventive. So I'm going to pass these around a lot of time. So what we do is tissue culture. So you can look up at the video too. They take a little piece of the mother plant and put it in that gel, which is a seaweed base. It's got nutrients, sugars, everything it needs to grow in there for a couple of months while it's growing the roots out and the shoots are growing up. So you need that root growth before you can actually transplant it. And then they will be transplanted. So the inside you'll see there's red lights and blue lights, and the red is for the root growth and blue is for the shoot growth. And these are our Mickey's mini gardens. See a little play on those. They're mini, but they're also Mickey and Minnie. And anyway, so they're actually at the desk where you checked in. So if you thought you might want to take a little piece of the land home, that's happening right in there. So it's a very sterile environment in there, and they create the gel, they do everything in there. They're pretty amazing. Any questions about that? Yes, and speaking of growing in plants, we know that plants need 5 things to grow. And if you think about the word...
Please keep your feet inside the bug.
Oh, feet inside the bug.
Shoes, feet must be inside the bug, please.
What is she trying to say?
Somebody's rinsing off their shoes in the water.
Plants need 5 things. If you think of the word lawns, L-A-W-N-S, each letter stands for something the plant needs. So L would be
Light.
You got it. A.
Air.
Air. Plants need air. They also need carbon dioxide. Where's that coming from? Us. We're breathing it out, right? So thank you. Thank them for helping our plants. Thank you so much. And keep breathing. Seriously. Don't stop breathing, okay? W. Water. N. Nutrients. You got it, nutrients. And the last one, we already said light or sunlight, is S. What would that be?
Soil.
Soil. A lot of people think soil, yes. But guess what? Plants don't necessarily need soil. They get their nutrients from the soil, but they don't have to get their nutrients from the soil. What they get, and it's something that we all need once in a while too, is a little support, right? So plants need support.
Shoes must be inside the boat, please.
So, as you can see right here, we have our Brussels sprouts, and over there we have some squash growing. But we're going to stay on the cement. And they are spinning around here on this little conveyor belt type thing. Those are strapped onto the
Please keep
metal.
your feet inside the boat. Please keep your feet inside the boat.
Strapped onto that metal bar using Velcro. So it's giving it that support so it doesn't flop over. real nice in the cup. So if you look at it though, when it comes out of that wall, it is not in anything. No soil, no nothing. The roots are fully exposed. And what's happening is as they go through the wall, and you can look over the wall and you can see, the nutrients are being sprayed right onto the roots. That is our aeroponic system. So normally we would keep the walls, wouldn't move and they would just stay still and they in that wall, but we have them coming out so that you can see them from the ride, so that people can understand that it's not in anything, no soil or anything. So aeroponic, that's one of the hydroponic methods that there is to grow. We have aquaponics on the other side where there's fish. They're feeding the plants and the plants are feeding the water for the fish. And then we have some other types of hydroponics trade over there, the basil growing across the way. All sorts of edible flowers, plants in here. They're in the little tube. They're in
Please keep your hands inside the boat. Please keep your hands inside the boat.
It's another great way to keep warm.
So when I first came to Disney, when EPCOT opened, this was my absolute favorite part, is watching these hydroponic gardens. I thought they were just the coolest thing ever, and it's so interesting to be back here seeing this.
I don't know if it's a fern technically. It's it looks kind of like a fern. Look, it is considered a weed, an invasive weed, and native to South America, Florida, that area. Somebody get a chance. So what's happening is when you touch it, the leaves. If anyone wants to come around here to touch it, the leaves are closing up, and that is because it's using turbo pressure to pull the water out of the leaves into the stem. And why do you suppose it would close up like that? For protection. So any insect or anything that's going to land on it and might eat it, it closes up and might scare it away. The wind's going to blow, it's going to rain. And you can see that they all close up, so now the water can get down to the roots. So that's the adaptation to help it get its water. It also closes up like this all together at night for protection also.
How long does it take it to open back up all the way?
It takes about 10 to 15 minutes, yes. So this is called a mimosa pudica, and that's the technical name for it. Some people call it a shy plant, some people call it a sensitive plant. We call him Stanley. We love him. Yeah, careful, don't get squashed. I kid. So it's got these pretty cute little flowers. They look like the clovers from Horton Hears a Who. Just listen. We are here, we are here. Yep, they're there. Things hydroponically in your own home if you would like. You only need a little tank like that. It's like a regular fish tank. And a pump to get the oxygen in. And then expanded polystyrene on the top. It's got little openings for that rock wool. And then the plants, if you look closely, you can see that the roots are down in that nutrient solution, getting all the nutrients. They're very light colored and kind of thin. Those are our carnations. So you can actually do that, and I'm going to say I'm a little biased. Having a Mickey, I think, helps it grow a little bit. They're nice and fresh and crisp. Would you like one though?
All right, so here we go. We've got I've already forgot what kind of cucumber.
Camaro. Think of a car.
Oh, a Camaro. Vroom.
Yep. When I first learned it, I had to go through my head and say Camaro.
That's pretty good cucumber.
Yes, very good.
Camaro.
So these are some of the fish. I know it's kind of difficult to hear what she's saying, but basically she said even though this is the Land Pavilion, they decided to put in some of these water features. Right, so she just told us these fish in these containers here are what they use for tippets over at Animal Kingdom.
You can get one of these at the shop.
Okay.
I'm gonna get it and place it in the backyard.
Okay.
I'm gonna try it out.
These are bananas.
It's absolutely grown. Let it grow.
If you're looking for shade-grown coffee, that's going to help with that deforestation because they cut down trees so much to grow coffee beans. And shade-grown coffee is supposed to be less bitter. So we've got passion fruits growing right in there on those vines. They're pretty cool. Hollyhocks, they're so tall, they're being supported by the bamboo. They'll grow all the way to the root. If we open the window, there's probably squash growing. That's pretty cool. Yes. And as we head out, on your right, you'll see cinnamon trees. Did you know cinnamon grows on trees? But it's actually the bark of the tree. Second layer of bark sapling, and that's how we start. And we get the essence of the cinnamon and we are back home in the same day. We made it. No Gilligan tour here.
We done?
We are done. So we're going to stop here for 1 second and just going to thank you all for joining me. I hope that you had a great time. Hope you learned a few things, had a little fun. And also I want to say that this changes all the time. The greenhouse is always changing. So don't be shy. Come back and see us again. We'd love to see you.
Do you do them during when they got the overlay?
The
holiday one?
Yes.
Oh my God,
So fun.
that would be awesome.
Yes, it's amazing and it's a lot cooler. So come back, see us again, and if you try that hydroponic growing, take pictures of what you grow and bring it and show us. We love to see that also.
All right, that's going to do it from the behind the scenes tour here at the Land Pavilion in EPCOT. And you know what we like to say, don't forget to share the magic.
Main Street, party of four.